make enchiladas tonight. It's cold. It's been cold a couple of nights here, freezing in Louisiana, which is kind of strange and unusual for Louisiana. I know, we get it. We still do. This is about 2 pounds of hamburger meat, okay? And I've made these with deer meat too, ground deer meat. Very, very good, very lean. So anything you've got like that, you can use them. Let me up here. And I'm going to brown these 2 pounds of hamburger meat. Over here, I'm going to brown these, and when I get through, I'm going to sprinkle a package of, it should be enchilada seasoning, okay? But I don't have any. I've got like 10 packages of taco seasoning, and I'm not going to town just for some enchilada seasoning. So I said, well, we'll make it. It's a lot of the same flavors, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to brown this, get it browned, and I use my potato masher to separate it. It works really, really, really well in here. And if there's a lot of fat that cooks out of this, I will drain it in a colander before I get ready to make these enchiladas with y'all. So I'm going to get off here, I'm going to get this browned and get all my stuff out, and I'll hop back on here with y'all, okay? I'll see y'all in just a second. Alright y'all, while my burger meat's browning for me, I've got these yellow corn tortillas. Like I say, I would never profess to say this was authentic Mexican, Spanish cooking. This is just country girl American enchiladas, okay? Weeknight enchiladas. But I do like to use the corn tortillas because they give it a really nice flavor. And if you don't like the corn ones, you could use the white flour tortillas. But it doesn't give it the same flavor. And enchiladas are in corn tortillas, okay? So, anyway, this comes in a big old package. These right here, these Mission, you get whatever you want to. And you need to microwave them. I just get me a big stack. I don't know how many I'll use, but I got most of them out of there, okay? Get you a big stack of them, and I put them on a microwavable plate, and I wet me some paper towels, and I squeezed them out real good so they'll stay moist. Because if you don't do this, when you go to roll them up, these tortillas, I'm going to show you with this one, it cracks and just doesn't roll. It's not very pliable. Do y'all see that? It makes a mess. It makes a big old mess. My chickens will love it though. So anyway, if you put these in the microwave, I'm going to put them in the microwave for about a minute, like this, and I put that wet paper towel so it'll keep them moist. But for about a minute or maybe about 45 seconds, I'll just check them, make sure they're good and pliable, and they'll be ready to roll up. So I'm going to go do this, get this browned, and I'll get back on here with y'all. Okay guys, next, something else we can do while our meat's browning is make what we're going to pour on top of the enchiladas, and it's basically just your Rotel cheese dip, okay? Or queso. You can use the white Velveeta if you want to. I have before, but tonight I've got yellow, and this is what I did. I've been making these things for over 30 years before they had queso in the store around here and all that. So we're just going to go back to my basic, what we do. But like I say, you can change it up, and you could put that white cheese if you wanted it to look that way. I'm going to use about half of this block of Velveeta because I'm just cooking for John and me. So this will be plenty, and I'm going to make us more than one dish of these. Y'all know how I'll do. I will freeze one. Yes, I will. We'll have it another night. Y'all see I'm just chopping this into blocks, and I'm putting it in one of these glass measuring bowls. That's a Pampered Chef, one I've had forever, and I do mean forever and a day. And yeah, that ought to be plenty for John and me, even though I'm going to make us more than one dish. But if you're doing a big 9 by 13 of these enchiladas, you might want to go on and make the whole block of Velveeta. If you want to. If you want to. And if anything's left over, you can eat it with chips for cheese dip, right? Yeah. And so I'm going to put a whole can. What ounce is this? 4.5 ounces, I think that's what it says, of chopped green chilies with the juice. Yes, I am. In here. And then, because I'm just doing half of that block of Velveeta, I'm going to do about half of this can of Rotel tomatoes. And this is all I had was the original, and this is what I had 30 years ago when I was making them. But now they've come out with the Mexican style, or I think it is. It's got a little bit of lime in there, and a lot of times I'll pick that up. But I didn't have it here, and I wasn't going to town. So I've just been in the office all day long, y'all. My goodness. I have to get John's septic system license renewed this time of the year between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Isn't that crazy for the state to want that during that time? That's just how that goes. And so it's almost like writing a term paper, and I'm not kidding you. I have to get things notarized. I have to get insurance certificates. I have to get endorsements from businesses. I mean, you wouldn't believe what I have to go through to compile this whole thing and send it to the state. And if you're missing one piece of paper or it's not in the right order, they kick it out and his license don't get renewed. So, y'all can tell I'm ready just to be on here with y'all and just cook. A no-brainer, right? Yeah. So anyway, to this, because this will melt kind of thick, I'm going to pour some milk in here. John and I have 2%. You can use whole milk. And I don't measure that. I just pour, I don't know, maybe a half a cup to a cup, 3/4 a cup, something like that. I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I take this fork with me, and I'll microwave it a couple of minutes, and then I'll stir this good. Then I'll microwave a couple of more minutes and stir it again with the fork out, not in the microwave, and till it gets nice and creamy and ready to pour over the top of our enchiladas. So I'm going to get that done, and I will be right back with y'all, okay? Alright, I think I've got us everything together. I stirred this, microwaved it every couple of minutes, minute and a half, and we pull it out and stir it. All together, I think I went about 4.5 to 5 minutes. But don't just stick it in there for 5 minutes, because I've done that. Y'all know me, I've done it. And it'll just kind of start burning on the sides. So that's why about every minute and a half, 2 minutes, I take it out and I stir on it. And you see it's gotten nice and creamy and good for us. So we're going to sit that to the side right now. Let him sit and wait on us. We've got us a little assembly line going. Let's see here. I'll try to tuck my strings in for my jacket I've got on here. Okay, I'm going to take my taco seasoning and put in my meat. I didn't even drain my meat. It hardly had any grease in it, any fat cooked out of it. It was very, very lean actually, and I believe it was the 73-17 meat to fat ratio, but sometimes you get it and it's still fatty. It's just, I guess it just depends, huh? But anyway, I'm going to put the taco seasoning, but if you're going to the store to get everything, get the enchilada seasoning, because that's normally what I use. I've never used taco, but I know it's going to be so similar that we'll be just fine. And like I say, that was 2 pounds of ground meat, okay? And I have used deer meat just as much as I've used hamburger meat, cow meat. Okay, guys, and I just sprinkled that right on here, that dry mix, to that 2 pounds, because I don't want it overly seasoned in here, because we're also going to put some more enchilada sauce on our tortillas. Yes, we are. And I'm just mixing this together here. Right like this. And something I know, I made those tortillas in the microwave. You know, I didn't make them, but I heated them up for us. And I have made them before, though, where you actually fried them in some grease, some oil, to keep them from being soggy. Because if you don't coat them in something, we're going to coat them in enchilada sauce, but also frying them makes them pliable. So you got to coat them in something, or you got to warm them to make them pliable. So we just warmed them in the microwave. We didn't add any calories. But now I have fried them before in a little shallow pan of some oil, and they're delicious like that too. But I'm trying to do a little better during the week anyway. Weeknight enchiladas, I'm trying to do a little better. So I've got me a little casserole dish. This one's a smaller one. I just do a single row of them. I have made them in the 9 by 13 if I was feeding a bigger crowd besides John and me. And I'll have 2 rows of them running in that. Just however you want to do it. You just play with it, see what you want to do. I sprayed it with some non-stick cooking spray. And then in this little, I've got our assembly going. I've got our heated up tortillas. They're very, very, very pliable. Yes, they are. Let me get some good looking ones to the top for us. We'll move that out of the way. This right here I have in this little pie plate is perfect for it. But it's a can of red enchilada sauce, okay? And this is El Paso, old El Paso red enchilada sauce. And I have homemade enchilada sauce several times. And honest to goodness, I like this just as well, if not a tiny bit better than homemade. So, whichever you want to do. This is quick weeknight. Pour it out of the can. Yeah. All right, we're going to take one of our tortillas. Try to get this. I hope I set those cameras up where y'all can see me really, really good. And all I'm going to do is dip him. I need to move my assembly around, don't I? I have got them lined up in the incorrect. There we are. Now, I think I'm going to move my assembly one more time. I'm going to go to my casserole dish with it. Y'all saw I just dipped it in there. I like it where I had it. Don't y'all love with your little ADD self in here with me? I'm going to make y'all ADD before it's over with. I know I am. Yes, I am. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can do this a little better. Let me get this around here. But I don't want to cover up my casserole dish with y'all. That was my main thing. I want y'all to be able to see in this here casserole dish. So I don't ever think about it as much as I do now that I'm getting on here with y'all. But I took that one, I just dipped it real quick in that enchilada sauce. That's not heated or anything. I used to do that. I used to heat my enchilada sauce and then put my tortillas in there, but I had to let them cook several seconds. So that took longer. So I decided to put them in the microwave and get them nice and pliable and then just a quick dip. So that's why I did that. Alright, I've got me a spoon in here. This is a Pampered Chef spoon. And I don't know how much to tell y'all that is. It's a nice like serving spoon or a little less of this enchilada meat or our ground meat. Like I say, you could use venison. You could use ground chicken, ground turkey. You could do some chicken. You could take a rotisserie chicken. I'm dipping my next one. Just like that. Real quick and easy, isn't it? Take a rotisserie chicken and shred him. I'm trying to tell y'all how much meat I'm putting in there. It's about half of that big old serving spoon. Whatever that is. Anyway, you can shred that chicken and put some taco seasoning or some enchilada seasoning in him and make you some chicken ones. You can do all kinds, can't you? You sure can. I love it with the ground beef though. I sure do. Dip in my next one. Y'all see how fast and quick this is going? Get me a little scoop of my meat. Because we prepared everything, didn't we? We got it all together. Ready to roll. Dip in my next one. And putting me about a half of that big serving spoon of the meat in there. And I want to show y'all, I'm just sitting here doing this like y'all done it before. I'm going to go through this on a little slower basis real quick. Go through it on a slower basis real quick. That makes a whole lot of sense, don't it? Okay guys, y'all see me kind of dipping it here. Okay. When I get it here and I put it in my casserole dish, let's scoop them forward. I lay it where I can put some meat right there in the middle, okay? Okay! I put me about the half a scoop of that hamburger meat, about that half spoonful, and I'm going to start to roll it. And then I'm gonna roll it up, but then I'm gonna flip it upside down where the seams that come together are upside down in the casserole dish. like that. You see how you don't see any of the seams? Because once I rolled it together, then I flipped it on around to put that seam on the bottom. And that is 3/6. So that'll be 3 apiece for John and me, which is pretty good, but I think I might squeeze a couple more in there. Yeah. Why not, huh? And I make John and me a real nice side salad to go with this. It's very good. You could make you some refried beans or do you some canned refried beans if you want to. But we're just going to do a side salad. Like I say, I roll it together and then I flip it upside down like that. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? I'm going to make sure we have 4 apiece. We usually don't eat it, but I have this weird thing. It's like, that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. Do y'all do that? I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough. I'm silly like that. Very silly. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Again, I'm rolling in it, and I'm tucking that seam underneath, just like that. Like that. There we go. That crowded them in there, but it doesn't matter. It's just for John and me. I got a mess. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me wash my hands. Let me wash them up pretty good so I can get back over here and talk to y'all some more. Now, y'all see, I've got plenty more, and I'm going to make us another dish and put it in the freezer. Yes, I am. And that'll be a quick time. Next time, really quick, huh? All right, at this point, I got my fingers all dirty again, touching my spoon. Not dirty, but enchilada-y, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. Now we've got our little pan here. And we've got that cheese dip we made. Yeah. Y'all see how good this is going to be. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. And I'm just pouring over here. Yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You can put as much or as little as you want to, okay? If you didn't want to do this, you could put some shredded cheese on top, but it's not going to have all of that flavor in it, okay? It's just, that's good. This is just good on there, so don't change it, don't change it. Don't do it. Y'all see how pretty it is? I'm going to slide it in the oven on 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. That's just so it'll get bubbly and a little toasty on top, because y'all know everything's done, isn't it? And I'm going to get off of here while this is baking. I'm going to get me another one put together and put in the freezer. And then I'll come back on here and show y'all what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So I'll be back. Okay, guys. Here I come, here I come. Doesn't those look good? They were in the oven 350 for 20 minutes, okay? Hope y'all can see them. They look good. And guess who came home to me? John Murray did. Don't touch that, baby. It's hot, hot. Okay, darling? Okay. You want to say the blessing for us, baby?
I do.
All right.
Dear Father, I just thank you for this meal, for this day. I just ask you, Lord, just watch over us, Lord. Just keep us safe. Please, Lord, just be with people in our prayers, Lord, in our nation, Lord. Please just forgive us when we fail you. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, guys, I'm going to serve these. I'm going to let them cool about 5 minutes and just get set. Then I'll pick us some out of here, however many you want. How many you want, baby? Half? 4?
Half.
With some, I've got some lime wedges, and I made us some little salads to go with it too. Yum, yum. So y'all gonna make some quick weeknight enchiladas. Enchiladas.